Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Okay.
What happened this week, Dan?
War.
What do we got? What do we got?
Yes,
War.
boys and girls, the war between LSU and the Alabama Crimson Tide. It may take over the show at some point today because my brother lives for it year round. How are you, Daniel? What's going
I'm
on?
kick-ass, bro. We won the war. What a classic game. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. You think you can hold off until we get to the jockstrap to talk about it?
I've already shut myself down. I almost went off there.
Okay. All right.
Shut it down.
Well, as usual, our man Al has some questions.
What do we got? What do we got?
We got to get into the serious shit before we get into the war. We got to.
Do we have to? Really?
Yeah, we got to, man. We had some serious shit happen this week, Hey, but
Ukraine.
we opened the top of the heap as usual with the war in Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Got to let the folks know what's going on because there is a war going on this planet. Whether you know about it or not, whether you see it or not, it's happening right now.
Whether you choose to accept it or not,
And
it is happening.
And it's in day 260.
People
Let's
are dying, that's for
Moscow
sure.
orders troops to leave Ukraine's southern city of Kherson in humiliating retreat. Ukraine responds with caution. That's what's going on today, according to The Guardian. I believe we have one other story on this before we move on because we got bigger stories than Ukraine today. Well, at least for us in this country. The one we got here is more than 400 Russian reservists died after their commander ran away during Ukrainian.
Yeah, and if you read that article, these are conscripts that they bring up, right, and give very limited, if no training, and ship these suckers right to the front lines, and their leadership just left them. I think there was 150 survived out of the, there was like the troop count was, I think, over 500, and only 150 of them lived to tell the tale. Their commanders or their leadership group left them on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just, well, I mean, again, if you believe what you're being told and whatever. So,
right.
The other headline I saw today was, Russia's willingness to talk negotiations now that they pulled out of some areas, and so maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel there. So, I mean, it's just not going well for Mother Russia, and maybe they're looking to escape this thing finally.
We can only hope. I mean, at the end of the day, what they're going to end up having to do what they did in Afghanistan, and that's, I mean,
throw the
they're just
damn
going to have
towel.
to, yeah, be done with it, man. You're losing too many people. Okay, so we kind of had some big stuff happen this week here in the U.S. We had an eclipse and a blood moon, lunar eclipse weather forecast for the U.S. Why is this big news? Because it happened on the night of the midterm elections. control of Congress remains at stake as Democrats fend off the red wave. Everybody was expecting this huge red wave, and I hate to tell you guys, it didn't happen. Looks like we are going to control the House, which a lot of people expected. A lot of people expected that. But the Senate, we may have lost control of the Senate. We don't really know yet. It looks like we've got 2 races where we're going to win, which would make it 50. And it looks like we lost a seat. And the purple dot you see there is the runoff that's going to happen in Georgia between Warnock and Herschel Walker.
Right.
So that's what's happening with that. And these results are right now as of 6:36 this evening. And the governor's races, well, we had quite a few change hands. Arizona is still up in the air as of 6:30 tonight. The Democratic candidate is still leading in Arizona. This is a hotly contested race. Hobbs is still leading by 0.4%. It does not sound like it's a lot. So that's still yet to be determined. They're still counting votes in that state. The Republicans were really hoping that Kerry Lake could carry that state, but it does not look like it's going to happen. I don't know. It's stayed right around this most of the time. And last time I saw it, Dan, it was like 4,000 votes between them. It's ridiculously close.
Yeah. And the stories I'm reading and, just different pundits or whatever, I guess the Trump coattails were not as strong as people anticipated because a lot of these people that he was backing, they're getting their ass kicked. So.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Let's take a look at.
Hey, let me ask you a technical question real quick. I'm looking at our feed live.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm freezing up.
You are freezing up a tad bit here and there. Yeah.
I think maybe I should go out and come back into the studio.
You go for it, man. You go for it. I'll show him some of these nothing to see here's until you get back.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Go for it. You
All
got the link, right?